All right, I'm trying to get this shit popping right here. What's going on? Oh, there he is. All right, Hush, it's about to go down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Browns of Brooklyn. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play and a first pass from Murray. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. You look at this Browns defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Browns at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. This one is complete to Jenkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
An inside run with Jenkins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a toss left side for Jenkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He finds his man complete. That's Fields. And out across midfield down to the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Murray now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Mahomes now to throw. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
A loss of 7.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is not going to get there, not close. Look like complications with the snap. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And a Brooklyn first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Murray to air it out again. This is caught by Addison. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Minnesota.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Vikings 14. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's able to find Wallace.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 14-yard line.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Give up the middle, Jenkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Harold Fannin there to make the grab. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Let's go, 15. 57.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.